Good morning, Warriors! Yes! How are we doing? My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. I'm here to share with you guys information and let you know that we have the ability to research all of this stuff. So I'm a coach, a warrior coach that teaches people how to fish. And the great thing about this is if you know the game, you can never be played. Now remember, we're all being sold a narrative. Since we're itty bitty kids watching cartoons, we're all been sold a narrative. That's the power in this. When you know that, you can understand that, you can take in the information and you can decide for yourself. You can change your narrative at any moment. So as you look this way, there's a whole other agenda going this way. So before you do anything, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. There's videos coming on a daily basis, sometimes twice per day. Now what I do is I research the World Economic Forum, the IMF, I look at executive orders, we look historically, we look futuristically, and we tie the dots together to make sure that we can protect our warriors to help them live the best life. Now, we're moving into the quantum financial system, that's a fact. In the fourth industrial revolution, that's a fact. We can't stop that. Just like you couldn't stop from going from a rotary phone to a beeper to a cell phone. Just like you didn't stop from writing letters to email to now having everything on your phone right here and soon in your lymphness system. These are facts of things that are happening, okay? But you don't have to lose control of your mind, your body, and your immunity. That's the biggest risk right now. That's the biggest risk. Well, I'm going to share with you the World Economic Forum 19 hours ago. This was streamed live 19 hours ago. And our very own John Kerry from America was in the World Economic Forum. We're going to listen to some key words that he says during it. It's not going to be that exciting to listen to, but it's very important for you and your financial future. Because if you knew the game, if you had the playbook, what would you do, warriors? I'm here to help you set up your family for generational wealth so we can bring the money back to the people. So this isn't going to be an exciting, not too exciting. So those who are warriors, listen and just listen to words. Words matter. Let's go.
Secretary Kerry, then these very important contributions from Ursula. Welcome, John. It's so great to see you. I guess you heard what also Ursula said about having a friend in the White House. What agenda will we expect from the new president? I think you work very, very close with the president-elect. You already heard stronger transatlantic cooperation, you heard Paris Agreement. Are we expecting too much too soon from the new president, or is he going to deliver first day on these topics?
Well, Borger, great to be with you. Thank you very much, and I'm delighted to follow President Ursula von der Leyen, who I had the pleasure of working with when she was defense minister, and I think she's doing a great job as the president of the commission. The answer to your question is no, you're not expecting too much. And yes, it will happen. And I think it will happen with greater speed and with greater intensity than a lot of people might imagine. In effect, the citizens of the United States have just done a great reset. We've done a great reset. And it was a record level of voting. What astounds me is that as many people still voted for the level of chaos and breach of law and order and breaking the standards. And I mean, you can run a long list and still it attracted attention. And I think that the underlying reason for that, Borger, is something that everybody has to examine. I think Europe has to look at that with Brexit and the rising nationalistic populism, which is really one of the priorities that we all have to address. You can't dismiss it. It has to be listened to. It has to be understood. We have had it just manifested, and Europe has it too in various countries to greater or lesser degree. It's a reflection of the inability of democratic governments in many parts of the world to deliver. And I just have to put it bluntly. We're certainly primary exhibit. We're exhibit number one. the world's moving faster. It's a digital world moving at digital pace. And everything is moving faster. Ideas, people, goods, but not government. Government just has to find a way to move faster and to address more of the real concerns of its citizens. Or there will be, I think, an increasing backlash. I think what we've won is a reprieve.
Okay, let me. Oh shoot, sorry about that. Then I'll jump right back to this. But let me share with you what he's saying right there. So what he's saying is governments obviously are moving too slow, right? Citizens, we're doing PayPal, we're moving money quickly, we're using cell phones, but the archaic system of the government, our SWIFT system, the financial rails are moving very, very slow. Government is being left behind as the people are starting to gain the power. So they're starting to understand that the people have the power. That's decoding in what he just said. Based on the voting and all the stuff that just happened, that we are starting to see our power, and they need to get their stuff together or they're going to fall behind.
Inability of democratic governments and important than ever before. I personally believe, Borga, that we're at the dawn of an extremely exciting time. And if you can get away from the craziness of the politics of chaos that have consumed so many, and the politics of identity politics, I think that there's a real opportunity here to look and see that even as all this craziness is going on around us, there are really amazingly positive things happening. And one of them is in the private sector. I believe no government is fundamentally going to make.
Okay, keyword, private sector. I'm about to show you some stuff. I'm giving you guys the tools that will blow your mind, that set your family up forever.
The climate crisis go away. Government's best effort is going to be to create a structure which will make it possible for certain things to happen. And the next opportunity for that structure to be fully defined is Glasgow. Now, I don't believe, and I think I know Joe Biden believes this, it's not enough just to rejoin Paris for the United States. It's not enough for us to just do the minimum of what Paris requires. I had the pleasure of negotiating Paris for the United States and being there in those euphoric moments. But I also remember saying to people at the end of the sort of gaveling in of the agreement, I remember saying, nobody should leave here believing that we have held the Earth's temperature to 2 degrees centigrade or that we've even created the capacity to guarantee that. We haven't. The best that we've done is send a message to the marketplace that 190 countries plus are going to all move in the same.
Okay, so I'm going to decode this really quickly, then I'm going to move into some very important stuff. So the Paris Agreement is what he's talking about. The Paris Agreement is the Green Deal. That is energy, gas, technology, a whole different world, the fourth industrial revolution. Now there's a whole sector coming up from the private sector. You hear these top government officials saying, we need the private sector, we need the private sector, we need the private sector. And there's a whole new asset class emerging right now, the way we do finances. So ECG investing now accounts for more than 1/3 of the total US assets under management. That's the green energy, guys. The climate change is the issue money managers care about most right now. The reason why they're all getting on board is because that's where we're heading. So money managers who use environment, social, and governance factors in their investments analyze, say, climate change continues to be their top concern and leading criteria as they put money to work. The amount of professional money managed using all 3 ECG criteria rose sharply according to the group that measures this type of investment, and now represents 33% of the $51 trillion in total U.S. assets under professional management. Did you hear John Kerry say? He said it's moving rapidly, it's moving fast, and he also says this is going to change quicker than people think. This is going to change quicker than people think. Now, here's a beautiful thing about this. This is how I do my investing and researching. Okay, Ripple XRP, which is a cryptocurrency, is leading the way in global crypto and fintech sustainability. Okay, the world is in the midst of global climate crisis, one that is possible to ignore. To avert the worst case climate scenarios, countries around the world have committed to reach zero carbon by 2050. Addressing sustainability across all industries and worldwide priorities and global finances is no exception. The blockchain and digital asset industry will play a critical role. He keeps talking about private sectors. All the bigwigs keep talking about private sectors. The government is slow and clunky. They need the private sector to survive. Role in building sustainability future for global finance. We as an industry, we need to come together to dramatically reduce the collective environment impact in a broad spectrum. This is why Total Ripple is pledging to achieve carbon net zero by 2030. We're also partnering with XRP Ledger Foundation, Energy Web, and Rocky Mountain Institution to decarbonize public blockchains, starting with XRP Ledger, through the use of a new open source EW0 tool. Additionally, Ripple is driving new research with leading universities in energy consumption. Guys, we literally have the playbook. I'm literally giving you a playbook. I gotta go train the Warriors, but I wanted to share this with you guys. This is the future, Warriors, and if you know the game, you can't be played. I believe XRP Ripple is the future. The future, Warriors. So let's stay focused. Let's stay focused on the fundamentals. If you understand economics, you have to understand economics. You can never be played, Warriors. I'm going to keep coming with videos. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. Click down below to join our private Warrior Academy or our free Facebook group, and we will help you out. Warriors, rise!